Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to discuss how to create a bibliography in an R Markdown file. So this is a template of an R Markdown file. Okay, you have the output here, HTML document. Now let's modify this YAML a bit so that we can include some features. So Shift Enter, I'm going to put this and make sure it's indented under output. If you don't do that, class, if your HTML document is aligned with output, it will not generate your rendered or knitted file. So this one you have to put a colon there. And then under your HTML document, we can put the table of contents, okay, true. And then we can make this a floating TOC floating table of contents, also true. And then we can put the depth up to 3 sub headings section, POC depth. We can put here 3. And then we can put also the number underscore sections. Okay, true. Okay, what else? If you have a TOC float, you should also include the theme because the TOC float will not run if you don't have the theme. So there are different types of theme. You have cerulean, you have unified, you have, I'll just, as an example, use journal. You have flatly, you can research and look for several types. Then I'll mute you, okay? Okay. Then aside from this, we can make the citations true. Okay, so the citations true, if you recall, we did this last time. I just copy this one to save on time, this one, this two, Control C, and put it here. Control V. So link dash citations will be true, and kindly include bibliography there. And let's discuss how we can include bibliography. So once you're done with this class, kindly chat, please, so that I know if I may continue. If you have any questions? Good, thank you. So let's give your classmates a few more seconds. So there are around 15 who haven't responded. I hope the others are able to follow. Okay. All right. Just a for your information, class. If you're using the, let me open another one. I'll mark down, and then from template, I'm going to use this one, Tufte. Okay, you notice that the Tufte document has a different structure. Okay, so here you have Tufte HTML. I have to put default there. And then you can create also a table of contents here, TOC. You can put that here. But however, you cannot put TOC float. You can put TOC depth. Okay, also 3, but you cannot put here TOC floating. The floating table of contents does not work in a Tufte HTML. So because of that, there will be no need for the theme because the theme will not work. Tufte has its own theme. So these two, POC float and theme journal, that will only be for this type of HTML document, but not for the TUFT HTML. Okay. And you can, of course, research more. There are many other features that you can make use in an HTML, TUFT HTML file. I'll leave that to you, class, for you to explore and use in your output. I'll give credit to those who make use of pictures that are not, that we didn't do in class. All right, so let's go back to the regular HTML document. Now, today we're going to learn how to generate a bibliography for your HTML document or for your PDF document. It's just the same. The bibliography should be aligned with the output. A common mistake is to put the bibliography aligned here. That will not generate the bibliography, or align it with the HTML document. That's also wrong. It has to be aligned with the output. And also link citations should be aligned with the output. So how do you create a bibliography in R? Okay, so let's do this. Let me close this. So what we're going to do is, okay, so let's go to our Google and let's use Google Scholar. You can use Google Scholar. However, for Google Scholar, for your output, it will be quite limited here. So you'll have to use other sources as just like our ProQuest. ProQuest has a bigger collection compared to Google Scholar. So let's say our topic is, let's do machine learning, okay? Machine learning. Okay, so here you have different references for machine learning. Apologize, class, for the noise. Okay, please bear with me. There are some renovations going on here. So I'm sorry if the noise bothers you. Apologies for that, class. So this is 2020, so this is okay. So how do we now create a bibliography? We have to make use of this. So in Google Scholar, you have to click this site. And then, so you have here different ways to cite your article, MLA, APA format, Chicago. We need this, but we will have to make use of the bib tech, bibliography tech, for our markdown. So click this. And this is the bib tech format for your references, okay? So you can see here, at article, which means this is a journal article. This one, Mahesh 2020 machine. This is the title or the ID of this journal article. The title is Machine Learning Algorithms, a review. You have the author, you have which journal this is published, volume, number, pages, and the year. So what we do is to copy this, Control C, and then we go to our markdown, okay, and then we create a new text file. So we click this, and then text file. And then we copy here the bib tech. Okay. Okay, let me pause for a while. And allow you to do this. And if you're done, class, kindly chat, please, to indicate that you're done with the first journal article. Okay, thank you, Vin. So let's wait for the others. Okay, thank you, Vin. Esther pala, sorry. Good. So I think half of the class have already done this. So let's wait for the other half. And let's wait for their feedback. They were able to do so. Okay, good. Copy of the link. Okay, Google Scholar lang. Okay, so let me repeat that class. So here, you go to Google Scholar. Here, scholar.google.com. Let me just share it with you. Control C, Control V. So go there, scholar.google.com. And then depending on your topic, just write here the topic that you want to do a research on, machine learning, click that, write machine learning. And then this one, so I have here a PDF file. This is a journal. So I click this site. Okay, and what I need is the BibTeX version. So click this BibTeX version, and then it will print the BibTeX format. Then you copy this, Control C, and then let's go to our R Markdown. And then I open a new text file here. And then I pasted the BibTeX. Okay, so after this, then let's look for another one. Okay, go back, close this, and then this one. Okay, site. Then once again, BibTeX. Okay, take note. A while ago, it was at article, which means it's a journal. Here, it's at book. So you know that this is a book. This one is the ID number, ID name. You'll be needing this later on when we cite our references. And then we have the title, the author, the year, publisher. So you can copy this, Control C, and then we paste it on our text file, Control B. Okay, so let's add four more, maybe two more or three more. So going back here for practice. Okay, exit this one. So this one I can cite this. This is 2015. It's okay. 2021, 2020. So let's cite this, and then let's cite the BibTeX. So this is again an article, Journal 2015. I'll copy this, Control C, and then paste it to my okay here. Okay, make sure you have different articles. Jordan 2015, Paydin, Mahesh. All right, maybe two more. Okay, for the other two, let me just so what if you didn't get didn't have the BibTeX? Suppose you have another article and you didn't find the BibTeX. So what you can do is usually every journal article or every book has what we call a DOI. Okay, what's DOI class? Anyone please check there. DOI means kindly chat in chat box. What's DOI class? Okay, thank you, Bianca. It's digital object identifier. Okay, so most, if not all, most of the journal articles or books or texts have this. They may not have the BibTeX, but they will surely have this DOI. So let me just copy a sample DOI just to show you what it looks like. Okay, let me see. Here, what is DOI with examples? So here you may read how to find the DOI. Okay, let's take a look at this. For journal articles, the DOI can typically be found at the top of the page, along with the title, author's name, and etc. So the DOI will be there. So let's try this. Let's have an example here. I'm going to click this here. Contagious airs. Okay. So in this article, here class. Here you have the DOI here. Okay, that's the number. DOI.org. Okay. Digital object identifier. Okay. So I can copy this one. Control C. And notice we don't have a big tech version here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google and then look for DOI to BibTeX converter. Here, DOI to BibTeX converter. So this already can be converted online. So you should not have any difficulty. Once you have found the DOI, it will be easy for you to look for that. Okay, wait. Naglolo ko tong ano ko. So here, DOI to BibTeX converter. Okay. So, sorry, nag-history siya sa akin. I'll start afresh. Why is my Google not working? DOI to BibTeX converter. Okay, wait. Let me start afresh. DOI to BibTeX converter. There, class. You can make use of this here. Online, this bibtech.com, online DOI to BibTeX converter. There are others too. So just pick your choice. And then here, paste one or more. Okay. Paste one or more. Control V. This one, the one that I copied a while ago. And then convert. Okay, here, class. So this is the BibTeX now. Now sometimes in others they put the abstract. So we'll just remove that. We don't need the abstract. So I'll copy this. Should end in the curly parentheses. And at article, it should include this class. Control C. Then I'm going to copy it in my text file. Control V. And then I'm not going to include because that's quite long. I'm not going to include the abstract. I'm going to erase this abstract. There. So you have the title, author, the journal, the publisher, the volume, etc. Okay. So that's I now have 4. Let me include another one. Okay, I have one, I have a book. I have this one article. I also have another article. Okay. The one that was converted from, and I'll include one more. Okay, I hope you're also looking at one for yourself. You just close these other windows. Okay, so this one, Google Scholar, and then let me choose another one here. This one, a review of supervised machine learning. Okay, and then BibTech again. And then this is in proceedings. Okay, Control C. This is also a book. So let me paste that. There you go. So I now have 5 references. Okay, let me pause for a while and ask for your feedback if you were able to get those 5 references, any references, and save it to your save it to your text file. So kindly confirm, class, if you were able to do so. Okay, good, thank you. Okay, good. Right, a few more seconds to your other classmates. Okay, no more? All right, so you can see here the format for your BibTech. And once you have copy and pasted the all your references, now take note, what you're going to put here, you should be citing in your review Revlit. Do not put here anything that you're not going to cite. Okay, everything that you're going to place here should be cited in your in your paper. Okay, sorry about that. So what we're going to do now with this file is save this file, save as. Okay, and make sure to save it in the same okay, in the same working directory. So this one, EDA SQL. Okay, and what did I use a while ago? I used I think FinArts, FinSAR. So I'll just use FinSAR K32. Okay, .bib there. Okay, you have to put .bib. This should only be one word. FinSAR K32.bib. Make sure you make it .bib and save it in the same working directory as your RMD file. Okay, we haven't saved your RMD file, but we're going to save it later in the same working directory, in the same folder. Okay, save. So if I check class my FinSAR bib and I check my files, should be here, FinSAR K32 bib. Should be inside the working directory. Okay, all right. So again, I'll pause for a while and ask you if you have already saved the BibTech file and save it in the same working directory as your work, as your R project. Feedback, please, class. Okay? All right. I hope the others are able to follow. Kasi konti lang nagre-respond. Ilan lang? 1, 2, 3. Tatlo lang. How about the others, class? If you have questions, please feel free to raise your hands. May I put it this way? Who among you are not yet done with collecting your references and then saving it in the same working directory? Not yet done, please? Okay. All right. So let's go back now to our RMD file. This one. So the name that you gave your bibliography, okay, make sure that your bibliography name, your text file should be file extension called .bib. So it's here, FINTSAR K32. So I'm going to write that here. FINTSAR K32. Only one word and then .bib. You have to write that class in your bibliography. Okay, once again, let me pause for a while and ask you if you were able to save your text file. I'll wait for your response, class. I hope everybody responds. Isa pa lang. Waiting for the others, please, to respond. Good, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. Now we're not yet done. We're not yet done. So we will now, if you need this class, if you need this, it will not create your, it will not create your, it will not create your references. Okay, so we're going to add more text here. Let's just use some random text so that we can provide some headers and some text outlines. So let's just use a random text generator. Let's install, can install the the package Lorem Ipsum. Maybe perhaps you're familiar with that in Word. You can create random text. So here, class, kindly install Lorem. Lorem, type Lorem there, and then install. And then after you install it, I'm not going to install it anymore. Check your packages and make sure it's loaded. It's libraried or required. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds and then please please chat if you have installed the package. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so let's now use that. Let's create a code chunk here, and you know the shortcut, right? Control Alt I. For Mac, it's Command, I think Command Option I, right? For Mac users. For Windows, Control Alt I. Okay, now before I continue, we can modify this code chunk. Okay, by clicking this gear icon, the modified chunk options. I'll click this. You can give it a name. For example, I'll just give it a name Lauren. Okay, Lauren. So that's the name of the code chunk. And then you can also modify the output. For example, I can just show the output only. So when I render this, okay, it will not show the code, it will show the output only. So if I click this, okay, so that's echo is equal to false. So echo is equal to false means you're not going to print the code chunk, but you're going to print the output. So that's what we mean by echo is equal to false. Here, if you want to show both the code and the output, click this one, so echo is equal to true. So echo is equal to true allows us to both print the code and print the output. Okay, so another option here is to show nothing. So you're going to run the code, okay, but you're not going to show anything. You're not going to show the output. You're not going to print out anything. Okay, so that's show nothing, but you're going to run the code. And then here, so if I click this, so that's include is equal to false. And lastly, show nothing and don't run the code. Here, include is equal to false and eval is equal to false. So you're not going to run the code. That's eval is equal to false. Neither are you going to print the code and the output. Okay. So for now, let's because we're going to run Loren, I'll just use show output only. And then here, sometimes when you install packages, you'll have warnings. You can click this so that the warnings will not be, warning is equal to false. And then also the messages, you can click this one. Okay, remember if you install, for example, tidyverse, it will give you several packages about the dependencies. If you don't want that, just type message is equal to false. Okay, and then apply it. All right, so for this one, we want to show the output only. So let's apply this, and then we're going to use the Lorem package, and then there's a function called ipsum. So if I click this one class, Lorem, and what's inside Lorem? There, sorry, ipsum. Okay, ipsum. So this will create paragraphs of random characters in Latin, because this is Lorem package. So paragraphs is equal to, let's just create 5 paragraphs. 5 paragraphs, these are random Latin text. Okay, so let's run this. And as expected, because its echo is equal to false, it will print the document, print the output when we render this. So for now, there. So this is the 5 paragraph text. We're just going to use that. I'm going to, okay, so this also run in the console. I'll just copy the console because sometimes it's easier to copy here. So there are 5 paragraphs here. I'll just copy this, Control C. I'll copy this. And then I'll close this, and then paste it here, Control V. Okay, let me pause for a while and ask you if you're able to follow along. Okay, something happened here, Control Z. So I pasted here inside the code chunk, Control V. I have to paste it outside the code chunk. Lumalabas pa rin siya. What happened? You kasi na-repeat to. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, class, this is just this is just text that that's of no consequence to us. I just wanted to put some text to it. Okay, are you following, class? So I have inserted here some text because we're going to render this and just use this as the text for our. Okay, so let me just put here some, just to put some outline here. Just put lorem here, lorem 1. Okay, so this is my lorem 1. And then maybe put here lorem 2, 2. So that's for the second level, lorem 2. And then put another one here. I'm just inventing, okay? Just to make sure that we have lorem 3, okay? Different layers. Make this 2, lorem 4. And then here, another one here. One, two, three. Lorem 5. So this one is a third level. And then we put another one here. Lorem, another 3. Lorem 6. Okay, class, I'm just playing around with the data. Okay? Maybe I'll put this at the end. Spread out our text. Control X. And I'll put this one here. You may just play with it any way you want, class. So what do we now have? 2, 3, lorem 6, and then maybe this one, another one. Lorem 8. These are just playing around with our data. 2, lorem 9. Okay, 2 there. Another 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Lorem 10, whatever that was. And this one. 2. Lorem 11. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, I have just created several headers, subheaders. Okay. And if I check the outline class, you can see here, this is our outline. So up to the third level. All right. Now, if you need this class, you will not generate the bibliography. Why? Because our text has not used the references that we created in our text file. So what you have to do is make sure that your article cites this one that we have created. So how do we cite that? So you go here to your text and put square brackets and then at. Then you copy this one, class. Copy this. So let me start this one first. I'm copying the ID. So this is the ID class. That article, curly brackets, and then this one. So this is the name of this article. As I said before, you can replace this. I can put Bobby there, my name. Okay, it won't matter. It's okay. So I'm going to use this, and then here, class, Control V. So where's that? Control Z. Okay, add, and then here. Control C, Control V, there, class. Okay. I won't fix the margins anymore. Okay, so that's one, and then let me create here another one. Maybe at the end here, I put it here, and then another brackets, and then another at, and then I'm going to copy the second one. I hope you're doing the same class, doing also your bibliography. So this one, Control C, Control V. Okay, then I have a third one. So wherever I referred to the article, we should attribute it at. So this is the this one, copy, Control C, and then okay. And lastly, I have one more. Maybe let's just put it maybe here. Okay, brackets and then at, and then let me copy the last one. Second, I still have two pala, sorry, this one. Okay, and then last one, oops, let's put it here. At, the last one here. So C, there. Okay, so when you're done, class, kindly chat, please, so that I know I may continue already. The number of articles that you saved in your BibTeX should be the number of articles that you should be referring to. Of course, you can refer to a particular reference here several times. Okay, but all the things, all the references that you place there should be attributed, should be referenced in your text. Otherwise, there's no point in including any reference there that you did not quote in your article, in your document. Okay, kindly chat, please, if you're done, if you have incorporated the in citation, inline citation, we call this inline citation. Okay, I'll wait for your confirmation, class. Very good. Few more seconds. Only 8 so far have signified. 9. Okay, no questions? Okay. All right. So once we have number one, we have created our BibTeX. This is our BibTeX. Okay. And then as I said, notice how the format is done at, then whether it's an article or a book. Okay, and then you have here the name of the ID name. Okay, this can be named any way you want. And of course, the title should be precise. Title, in what journal is this published? Okay, the volume number, the pages, the year, and then close it with the brackets. All right, then we save that in the working directory, and then now let's what we did was to cite all these references, cite it in our journal. Okay, and then make sure that we have here in the YAML. Okay, check please if the bibliography is written here, bibliography. So this is my bibliography, FINARTS K32 .bib. It should be .bib. And it should only be one word here. Okay, you're not allowed to have two words like this. And this should be the same as the file name that you use for your BibTeX. Okay, and the link citations and the bibliography should be aligned with your output. Okay. Okay, so we can now knit this. Okay, so let's knit this, knit to HTML and make sure that this is saved in the same file location as your bib file. You'll not see bib file here because your RMD file will be saved as RMD. So it will not appear here, but it's there if you save it there. So I'll just write FINARTS K32. Okay, I use that. FINARTS K32. Of course, there should be no .bib. Okay, because and this tells us that that bib is also here. Okay, because this will be saved as an RMD file, and then save it, and then you'll notice now that it's rendering. To render here. Taking some time. There. Processing, okay, site proc, then it will it will show the output in your viewer window there. Okay, so I have here now the rendered document, and I'll just here class. So this is the title, my name, the date. So you can see here the floating. Okay, under this one, you have the different. Okay, in Lauren 8, I have here the 3. Okay, and let's take a look at the references. I have here the reference Jordan and Michelle 2015, applied in 2021. If I click this, oh, sorry. Notice that the references are here. Okay, but we failed to write here. At the end, you have to write here the one references, so that your references will be under this one. So I'll knit this again, knit HTML. It will once again knit it. Okay, there. It'll be faster because it's already, and here we can have you see the references. If I click this references, and there you go. There. So we now have the references here. Okay, so that's what I expect in your output class, the references. Okay, I want you to please chat if you were able to do it, or if you have any problems, if you have any, there were some problems, please tell us now so that we can diagnose what happened. Not knitting on my end. Okay, how about the others, please? Let's wait for the others to give their feedback. And anywhere you want, you go here, class, to your, in your floating TOC. Okay. Okay, so only 5 have responded so far. How about the others, class? I'm expecting 8 or 9 more responses. Let's give your classmates a few more minutes, a few more seconds, please. So far, 8 have responded, 8 out of 14. So I'm expecting 5 more. If you encounter the problem, please also respond. Very good. Good, thank you. I'm happy that most of you were able to generate it, but let me see the comments. Done. I can see. Okay, sandali, may mga questions dito. For Cecil not working, so we'll deal with that. Can you show again how to put the references? So the references, you just write it here. Here. Are you referring to this one? At the end, put this one so that the references will be written below the last line there. Here. Are you referring to this one? Who asked that? What do you mean, Angelo? Angelo, what do you mean? Hello, Angelo?
Sir, nakita ko na po.
Nakita na ako.
Apo, thank you.
Okay. Si Cecil, okay na rin, no? Sabi niya, I was able to knit it. Okay. All right, so no one encountered a problem, class? Okay, that's good. That's good. But if you had a problem, I would have been happy to see what the issue was. Okay, so you can see here, class, the references, but there's something, let's say, there's something, as far as we're concerned, not okay here. Not okay in the sense that it does not conform to the required output for us. For our required output, we need APA format. So this should have been written alpidin, comma, E. Dot. I mean, it should not have written the full name. Or in this case, second one. Am I sharing my screen, class? Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So how about this? If there are two authors, Jordan, comma, M, that's the APA format. M dot and then comma, Michelle, comma, Tom. So for this type of format, you have the first name is you have the family name first and then the first name. And then the second name is just the regular way to write it, Tom and Mitchell. And then your year is not in parentheses, etc. So this is different from APA format, American Psychological Association format. So for your paper, you need the APA format. For your thesis, you need the APA format. So how can we change this into an APA format? That's very easy, class. So let's go here to, okay. So please Google this, Zotero. Okay, let's open Google and type Zotero. Zotero citation styles. Okay, Zotero citation styles. So this is your CSL class. CSL stands for Citation Styles Language. Okay, here. Editing CSL styles. So you have to know this class, yung CSL, Citation Styles Language. So let's click this Zotero Style Repository. And in Zotero class, you have several types of CSLs here. You can see here, their class, many types of how to cite your, how to write your citations. So what we do is, let's just look for APA here, APA, the American Psychological Association, there, and then here, it will show the different types of APA. Now, what we need to do is to download this. We're going to use this American Psychological Association. And you notice when I hover around here, as you can see here, how the APA is written. Okay, take a look at this. Bibliography, you have the family name Hisakata, comma, R, period, comma, Nishida, comma, S, period, comma, and Johnston, comma, A. So you notice that it's always all family name first, okay? And then you have here, the year will be put in parentheses, and then the title, okay? Title, and then the journal, and then the volume, the page, etc., etc. So this is how you write using the APA format. Okay, so we need to convert our bibliography into a CSA format. So how do you do that? What you need is to download this, but you don't need to download this. I'll just share this with you. Okay, so I have already downloaded this and did some modifications with it. I'm going now to share with you that file which you need. Okay, here and here class. It's also in my working directory, APA-7th-edition.CSL class. .CSL stands for Citation Styles Language. Okay, so kindly download that and paste it in your working directory so that you don't have to download it on your own. So paste it in your working directory. So every time class you make use of this, and you're using a different working directory, make sure to put your CSL there. Okay, so once you have put it in your working directory, you can now go to your R Markdown, okay, here, and then okay, what we do is, let's just copy this. Okay, this one, we're going to put that in our YAML, CSL colon APA 7th edition.CSL, and put it as in quotes. All right, so I'm going to share this in the chat box, Control D. Okay, so that's what we're going to put in our YAML. So I'm type here. I'm going to put it here. Here, Control D. There, CSL APA 7th edition. That's CSL. Okay, so let me pause for a while and ask you if you're able to do that. Make sure it's in quotes class. And make sure you saved your APA 7th edition, this one, this file name, this citation systems language, citation styles language inside your working directory. In my case, it's inside my EDA SQL. Because if it's outside, if it's saved elsewhere, this will not work. Okay, waiting for your chat, please, if you were able to change your, or update your YAML to this one. So kindly chat, please. you are using another CSL, same thing. Look for it in Zotero, and then download it, name it any way you want. For me, I named it this way, and then there should be a .csl there. Okay, all right. I got disconnected. How about the others, class? Are you okay? Send ulit yung files again. Okay, so this one. And then again, I'm going to share this code for those of you who were not able to copy this. Control C, Control V. There. Make sure you save the CSL file inside the working directory, and then make sure you update your YAML with this one, CSL APA 7. Whatever, if you change the name, make sure that you change this. Use the name that you used. Of course, this is okay, APA-7-edition. Okay, so let's now class, knit the file again. Knit it. Knit HTML. Okay, it will start knitting already because the file is already saved. Okay, there. Now let's see. Notice now that there was a change in how the citation is written. Singh et al. So for this one, there were many writers. Okay, Singh et al. This one, comma 2015. Okay. Also for the others, Mahesh, comma 2020. And take a look at your references there. How does it look like, class? Alpaidin, comma E, dot, quote, parenthesis 2021. And then this is the title and then the press. So this is a book. Okay, take note, class, how now your reference, your bibliography change. And this is according to APA format. Okay, family name, comma, first name, dot, comma, family name, comma, first name, dot, comma, and family name, comma, first name, dot, then quote, parenthesis, 2016, the year, the title, okay, and then where was it presented, or if it was presented, etc. Okay, so I'll wait for your chat, please. Please chat, please, if you have if you were able to generate that in APA format. Waiting for your response, class. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your question. This is the journal type, class. You can change this, class. In the YAML, you can change the theme. Journal. So suppose I make this cerulean or cerulean, okay, and then knit. And you can now see that the format is quite different. So this is cerulean. Yeah, so quite different. Just by changing the theme, you'll have a different form of output. And there's this flatly, you can use that also. Flatly Once again, knit it. So the format will change a bit. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, I haven't received a response from you, class. If you're okay so far, please. Nobody has responded. If you were able to print the the bibliography in APA format. Okay, thank you. Good. So that's what's required of you, class. The APA format for your references. Also, okay, I'll give, of course, additional points for those of you who will make use of the Tufte HTML. Just make sure that for Tufte, you're not able to create a table of contents that's floating. That's okay. If you have the table of contents, that's fine. So it would be good for you to research more on how to enhance or what other functionalities can you generate from the Tufte HTML. Okay, so you're required to print both the HTML and the Word, of course. And the R Markdown, of course, you're going to post that, submit that. Okay, now you notice that for our paragraph, you notice that it's all numeric, right? It's all numeric because, okay, where's my, okay, things, okay. So of the cerulean flatly that okay, for me, I prefer journal. There are other themes class that you can use. So let me go back to journal, knit HTML. Okay, I like the font. I prefer it. Of course, we all have our own preferences. Okay, notice class that the headers are all number 3, 3.1, 3.2. So I would like you to research on how to make it as let's say number 1 first, and then letter A, and then number 1. Okay, combination of numeric and alpha. Okay, so just to give you an idea, okay, it will be like this. You'll have to put something more in your in your YAML. I want you to research on this, but this is how it will look. Okay, renew command. Okay, and then section. For the first section, that's the main section, number 1, Roman number section. Okay, and then the subsection, you can see it here, class. The subsection slash alphabet for the subsection. And then for the third one, the subsection slash Arabic. That's your number 1, 2, 3, 4. The Roman numeral is, right? Capital, that's like capital I, and then number 2 and number 3, etc. But this is how you change the outlining, and usually it's best to do it this way. Okay, so you can do this, class, but I'm sure you have taken pictures, but I want you to learn this on your own and research this on your own. Okay, but it's included. Header includes. It's included in your YAML. Okay, do you have any questions, class? Do you have any questions? Did you learn something today, class, as far as regards the bibliography, the APA format, and you can make use of this in your other subjects, okay, in your other outputs, especially the Tufte when you have plots. And by the way, class, I expect you also to cite a particular, for example, a particular figure or a plot or an image in the internet, you can do that here, guys. That can be printed here. When it's rendered, it will show also whatever figure or image there was in the URL, and you can do that here. Okay, so no questions? All right. So with that, class, let me stop recording.